Hello, I'm Kothorix, and today I'm going to tell you about some of the daily quests you should be doing in ArcheAge. Now, first I have to apologize to the new players because I just don't have a lot of information or screenshots of the dailies on your continent. However, as far as I know, all the quests I'm going to list are the same for both factions, they just take place in different places. Also, keep in mind that all prices mentioned are relative to the prices on the Olo server, all locations are the Hiranya equivalent, and all times mentioned are Eastern. I'll split the guide up into two parts, dailies that are easy and that you should be doing every day, and dailies that are a bit more difficult to complete and that you might need a group for. I won't be mentioning big world boss dailies because they require a huge organized group or guild. So let's get into it. The first thing low level players should be aware of are the Priestess Quests. If you are below level 30, you should be able to pick up one quest a day from the Priestess standing next to the Nui statue. It's a simple quest to bring her flowers or memory ink or something like that, and she will give you one Gilda Star. And if you look at the gold price of the items you can buy with Gilda Stars, 1 star is about the equivalent of 5 gold. So our next daily is super easy, but you need to be a patron to do it. All you have to do is log on each day and you'll receive 5 loyalty tokens. After that, every hour you are online you will receive another loyalty token. All you need to do is click on the icon to get them every hour. So you can be AFK or doing something else. Altogether you can get 8 loyalty tokens a day, and since you can use them to buy sellable items, the converted cost for all 8 is about 28 gold. That's over 800 gold a month just for being patron. The next daily is also fairly easy. Every day when you look at the Achievements tab, you will see 4 unlockable merit badge quests. Click on those to receive the quests. They are usually very simple. Kill 20 enemies, craft 10 things, use 1,000 labor. Each one grants a merit badge which you can spend for items to sell, so doing all 4 is worth about 6 gold. Our next dailies are the ones that most people are probably familiar with, the Blue Salt quests. You can pick these up from the Blue Salt Brotherhood members in any big city. I usually go to Ostera. It's a group of 5 quests that have you running around all over the continent doing a few simple tasks. Each quest grants 1 Gilda Star, and doing them all only takes about 20 minutes, so you're looking at about 25 gold a day. Next on the list is Crimson Rift. This daily quest actually requires a raid, but it should take very little coordination, and there are pickup groups for it every single day. Make sure you pick up the 3 quests for it from an honor point collector beforehand though. There's one in Glitterstone right next to where the rift opens up. Now while the quest can only be completed once a day, the rift opens up multiple times a day, so you'll have several chances. The rift will open at noon in-game time every in-game day. The quest will have you kill some of the enemies that come from the rift. Altogether, it takes about 10 minutes and grants 500 honor combined. Just like with all the tokens, honor can be used to buy items to sell, and 500 honor is worth about 25 gold. Next up is the Grimghast Rift. It's a bit more complicated than the Crimson Rift and requires you to do a short quest chain every day. The first part of the quest you can pick up off the notice board in Knord. It will have you turn in some kind of supplies that you can usually just buy off the auction house. You turn those into the nearby fortress, and some trade packs will spawn shortly. Then you'll have to run the trade packs down to the village of Nui's Way to build a trebuchet. You have to turn in 2 trade packs to get the next part of the quest to kill enemies from the rift. Each one will complete automatically and give you the next. Just like with the Crimson Rift, you can only do the quest once a day, but the rift opens up multiple times a day, at midnight game time every in-game day. The rewards are 2 Gilda Stars and 500 honor, which equals about 35 gold. Halcyona is next. This is a PvP quest which takes place in the zone it's named after. You can pick up the quest to go there from any honor point collector, but the turn-in NPC won't spawn until 5 minutes after the battle actually starts. Halcyona has 2 parts. First, you'll need to capture the flag in the middle of the map. The first faction to do this receives extra defenses at their base. Then you'll need to group up and destroy the crystal in the enemy's base. Halcyona is a bi-daily event. You can get credit for winning twice a day, once at 7 AM and once at 7 PM. The reward for doing so are hero tokens, which can be spent on the best in slot necklace and best in slot instrument for each class. You'll only get 2 tokens from turning in the quest to go there, 5 tokens from winning the battle, and 0 tokens if you lose the battle. There are also boxes that spawn around the zone 5 minutes after the battle starts. Turning in one of these gets you another 2 tokens. Mistmerrow is the second PvP quest group. It takes place in Northern Aurora twice a day at 1 PM and 6:15 PM. This battle is a bit different and confusing. It's basically King of the Hill, but you don't really get credit for holding towers, just for capturing them. This means that the game is always decided by whoever takes towers in the last 2 minutes. I don't like Mistmerrow, but it is easy tokens. These are the same tokens that you can get from Halcyona to spend on your necklace or instrument. Make sure you pick up the quest as soon as you get to Mistmerrow from the top of the giant floating tower respawn thing. You'll get 8 tokens from winning the battle, 4 from losing, and there's another quest to get 10 killing blows on enemies in the battle that will grant you another 2 tokens. The kill quest is actually kind of difficult to do, so don't count on completing it every battle. So that covers the most basic, easiest dailies to do. Now we get started into the more difficult stuff. These are the ones I don't actually do, so all my information about them is secondhand, and I apologize if it's not 100% accurate. This one isn't exactly a daily, but every Saturday there's a fishing contest on Mirage Island. It takes place at 3 PM and will have you sport fishing off the docks there. It takes about 2 hours to complete, and the winner is based on who turned in the most and heaviest fish. The rewards are basically fishing supplies, and I've heard that first place can get up to 2,000 gold. However, keep in mind that people with higher fishing proficiency will have a better shot at this, and it takes a bit of gold to get the supplies to get started with fishing. It also costs labor every time you cast out your fishing pole. All that, combined with the time it takes to complete, is the reason that I don't do it. Next up are the arena quests. You can do these yourself. All you'll need to do is pick up the quest from the arena NPC and do a few matches. I personally don't do this because I always lose at arena and the rewards are really minimal. You'll get 70 honor and 1 Gilda star, meaning about 8.5 gold. There are 2 low-level dungeons that you can do every day, with a mentor if you're low level and a mentee if you're high level. For the Hiranya, these quests are Hadir Farm and Palace Cellar. In both cases, the NPC that gives you a quest are right beside the dungeon entrance. Completing the mentee-mentor quest grants 3 Gilda stars each, which is about 15 gold per dungeon. The reason I don't do these is because it seems like there are no mentees around whenever I want to. A good idea might be to work with a friend, both of you making alts and just taking turns running each other through. Next is a library. You need to be level 50, I believe, to enter the library in Aurora. There are a number of daily kill quests for monsters inside the library, with a few on each floor. Altogether, you can get 3 wizard tokens a day, which can be used in a quest for the best in-slot earring. Library is one of those things that I want to do, but I can't usually find a group for. You'll need 3 to 5 players to do it, and they'll need to be a bit coordinated or at least geared so you won't pull half the dungeon and die over and over. A daily quest that I just recently found are the Luskas. You can pick up the quest from the NPCs in Diamond Shores, and you'll need about 3 to 5 people. The Luskas spawn just south of Freeditch at 1800 in-game time every in-game day, and despawn after 90 are killed. You'll need to kill 5 of them to finish the quest, which grants 1 Gilda. The Luskas also drop ship regrading parts, which I'm not exactly sure the value of or frequency of drops. Be wary though, pirates and trolls tend to be out and about looking to kill you. And finally, we have the cooking quests. I'm not sure how many people actually know about these. I didn't when I first started gathering information. Apparently, if you have your own land and have a farmer's workstation set up, there are 3 cooking recipes you can make daily and turn into the auctioneer NPC. Doing these quests will grant you 15 gold and 3 Gilda stars, meaning about 30 gold overall. And that covers all the dailies I could find, other than the big world bosses and things of that nature that you need an organized guild to do. Now, I've made this chart for easy reference. Feel free to take a screenshot or whatever. I'll also put a link in the description to my Google Drive document with the list, so you can have that if you want. Well, tell me what you think. Was this video helpful? Did I get anything wrong? I know I probably missed a few dailies, so once I figure out what all those are, I'll make a part 2. And if you want to keep up with the videos I post, remember to subscribe. Anyway, I'm Kothorix, and thanks for watching.